On this week's episode of Asking for a Friend, we unpack the answers to questions that you're secretly asking. And this one kept coming up, and I'm super excited to talk about it. What if I fail? Dun, dun, dun. What if I fail? The answer to that question is simply good. What if I fail? Expect it. What if I fail? You should, right? Failure is part of the learning process, and for some odd reason, as a society, we don't encourage failure, right? We actually see it as a negative. It's something that should be avoided at all costs. No, don't fail. Oh my gosh, it's the worst thing you could possibly do. That's a load of BS. Failure is part of the learning process. Let me give you an example. When you were just a little bebe, right? And you started with tummy time and you're crying and you hate it and your neck is just trying to build strength and you fall. And then eventually you built that strength in your neck through practice. And eventually you start to lift yourself up off your belly. But then you fall back down and you cry. But do you just stay on the ground? No, you try again. Where is this analogy going? Eventually you start crawling. Eventually you start walking. Eventually you start running, right? We, as a society, for some reason, have placed this negative persona around failure. Like it's the absolute worst thing that you can do. When in reality, if you look at the process of learning and growth, failure is part of it. We learn from failure. So my suggestion is fail fast and fail forward. You probably have heard that before, but it's a friendly reminder that you need to bake in failure into your plan, because if you don't, you're gonna quit. When things get hard, you pack up and leave. If that is your natural default, then it's time to restructure that and start to take a deeper look at what does failure really mean to you? And oftentimes, this is where we're unpacking some of that subconscious depths of failure is emotional, and we have an emotional attachment to that because of a specific scenario. Maybe it was something that happened back during school age where you struggled to read out loud and you got made fun of by your peers, and so now public speaking is the worst thing that you could possibly do. Fear is often attached to failure. And so you can get to the crux, the bottom, the core of what fear, it's very synonymous. What failure means to you, remove the fear and insert the curiosity that you once had as a child, that wonder to fail and everything's gonna be okay. Guess what? It's not the end of the world if you if you fail, right? It's not the end of the world. It's an opportunity for you to learn and grow. So reframing failure is your superpower to growth, to strength, and to propelling yourself forward to that version of you that you so desperately want to become. But let me remind you that there's absolutely nothing with you the way that you are right now. You're absolutely perfect. But there's also nothing wrong with you for having ambition to be somewhere else, okay? Especially when it comes to your personal freedom, your sovereignty, feeling at peace and ease with the decisions you make on a daily basis, not having that monkey mind chatter of what if, oh my gosh, I'm nervous, all of those things that can distract us from actually doing the damn thing and taking action. And also that personal freedom, but also that financial freedom, right? That's a big part of it. Money is not everything, but money is a tool that can help you do good in the world, and it can help make your life a lot easier. And so the fear of failing or not being good at something oftentimes stops people from ever even starting. Don't be one of those people, right? Don't let failure prevent you from trying, because failure is part of the process. Fail forward, fail often, and fail fast. Those are my suggestions to you for the question, what if I fail? Hopefully this week's episode of Asking for a Friend was digestible, great, helpful for you, getting you back on track. If this was relevant, let me know in the comments. What did you like? What did you not like? What would you like to see more of? If you think that you know someone that could benefit from this content, go ahead and share this with them. And as always, if you have a question that you'd like the answer to and you want to send me a DM anonymously, I'll be sure to include it in one of our future episodes of Asking for a Friend. Until next time, I'll see you then.